Hello everyone. Hello. Hello Baratham. Hi Kumin. Hi Izzy. Natsumi. Hello. Oh god, oh god. There's so many of you today. Hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you. Peekaboo. Thank you very much. Hello people. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Thank you. In fact, I slept 5 a.m. yesterday because I was running some code on my research, and the outcome was not very ideal, and I have been working a bit on that, and yeah. And I woke up I think around 10 to 11 this morning. So yeah, but I do feel very energetic right now. Yeah, because I can stream. How can I wait faster? I don't know. When you see me, this time goes faster or slower. I'm not quite sure, in fact. Word of the day. Tell me, what is the word of the day? Tell me. Yeah, so basically what happened this week after the last stream, a little update, is that basically nothing much happened. I still locked inside my room doing my research. Good news is that I finally finished the marking I mentioned last week, and yeah, it was really a tough journey. You know, I mentioned about basically I was given like some scripts. They are like group assignment for one particular course that I taught in the last year, and then I was also given the marking scheme, and basically I have to give credits based on the marking scheme. I do not have much power to determine how many credits that I can give, but I just have to stick to the marking scheme. But the problem is I do see their effort, because I don't know why I was allocated the scripts of the students that I have actually taught, and I'm not sure is it a really fair move, but it is what it is. So I recognize some of the names that constantly appear in class, and they are really willing to learn, and they ask a lot of questions, and I do see they really give effort in working on that assignment. I kind of want to be more generous, like rather than just being so strict, and then you're not answering this point and I'm not giving you any credits on that. Like, I kind of want to be more generous, like yeah. And but the cruel fact is that some of them are really not answering what's supposed to appear on the script, and they are trying very, very hard to answer something else. And eventually I do try to be more generous. I think that is the hardest part of the marking, and I think that's the main reason why that takes me so long to do it. Like, after reading the whole paragraph that they wrote, it's not just like math questions, it's like right or wrong. Like, if you have this step, 1 credit. If you are having like a wrong answer and then just cross it out, it's not really like that. But like, reading like essay questions, you really have to understand the flow, the logic behind what they actually trying to deliver, and then you try to match if the things they are trying to delivering to the marking scheme, and try to understand if things are on the right track. So it's like a lot of gray area in between, and I think that's the hardest part. So yeah, it took me really a while. I actually was given, I think, around 20 scripts, so 20 groups, but it took me like 3 to 4 days to mark it. So yeah, I'm really glad that eventually I got to finish them. Yay! Zakra, hello, welcome to stream. Hello, how you doing? A lot of you guys are new today. Nice to meet you. I know. Shimmer, hello. Welcome. Welcome to stream. Hello. Okay, and then what happened after the marking is that I get back to my own work, because next week the semester will start again. So officially I have finished my Easter break. But the third semester usually is not that intense. So usually you'll have like some seminars maybe per week that you can choose to attend or not, but usually we will attend because they are really beneficial to broaden your horizons, listening to all the speakers from different fields saying about their research usually is really good for you to get some exposure beyond the things that you're actually working on. So yeah, and then there'll be some reading groups and stuff going on. So yeah, finally I'll have to step out of my dorm. I'm that kind of person, like if I do not have to go to school or I do not have any gatherings, or I can just stay inside my dorm like forever. Like I can just stay inside my room basically for the whole day, like except some of the moments when you have to go to the kitchen to grab some water or some food, but that's all. That's all. I can self-entertain a lot. And yeah, back to why am I so busy this week and why is my sleeping schedule so bad again. Yeah, because I was working on the dissertation that I have to submit after the summer. Yeah, kind of like if it is only the dissertation itself, it will not be that stressful, but I kind of I am kind of ambitious and I really want it to be good, in a sense that if it successfully produces something really great, and then I can link it to my potential PhD thesis, and that would be really great because kind of it will become like the first chapter and stuff, and things can be more coherent to the stuff that I want to work in future, rather than just like a separate project after submission done. So I really want to have a great start. And the thing happening is that I think 1 or 2 days ago, I actually have no idea of time anyway, 1 to 2 days ago I guess, but it was one of the midnights, and yeah, I was encouraged to try Claude, like the AI tool for coding. I was actually procrastinating about trying new things always because we all have that status quo bias thing, right? If you are already stuck to one particular environment and you're getting used to it already, and Shimmer, hello, I'm watching your stream right now. Ingyu. And I apologize that I have to stand in front of a very boring green screen here. But I'm glad. Like I know, like I discover a new way for me to enhance my resolution on YouTube. So basically, I project my screen to my computer, and then I enlarge the window as big as possible. So the thing is, like I enlarge it, like, so in front of me, the screen, there's like enormous Komeini facing me. But in that sense, the resolution will be much better. So I think, like, comparing to my earlier stream, now it's like a HD Komeini on screen, which is quite good. Yeah, you're learning by doing. Okay, back to the story again. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was introduced to try that the cloth thing, and And I was actually a bit reluctant to try new things because then you have to install new things to your computer, then you have to, you know, get adapted to the whole new environment again, and then you have to learn all the languages and stuff. And yeah, so I was like keep procrastinating on trying, and then, you know, just keep typing my code on my own, and it is taking me forever. Especially like I'm not the kind of really, you know, expert in terms of coding. I know basic stuff, like but always there are a lot of errors, and then I have to, you know, go to search online. Yeah, I receive this piece of like error code, and then what should I do? Like what's the problem? Because, like, you know, if you receive an error code, it doesn't mean like you get diagnosed of the problem immediately. You know, usually it only means that yes, something is not working, but then you have to think forever, like what particular error is happening. Wow, it's been a while since I've watched one of your streams.
Sandwich? Hello.
Which stream was that? I forgot already, because I don't even remember what streams I have previously, because you know what, like every single time I have like something I plan to do in the stream, but eventually it just got distracted. Yeah, for example, like these days I set up like waiting room earlier, right? Because I think it's a better way to manage like the schedule thing, and to also be clearer on when will I actually stream. So yeah, so I tried to do it. So yesterday when I started the stream, I was thinking like, yeah, let's talk about, yeah, the weather is warmer these days, right? In the afternoon, I'm usually very sleepy and then not very productive. And then, yeah, let's talk about the weather. And then when I eventually started the stream today, because I was working on the research and I feel super headache, and then I was thinking like, yeah, okay, I started with the research I'm working on. So yeah, every single time I'm not talking things related to the title. But I don't care. I just enjoy chatting with you guys. So whatever. What was it? Where was I again? Oh yeah, I was talking about the cloth thing, the coding thing. Okay, let me get back to that. So yeah, usually coding takes me forever. And then until very recently, I finally got sufficient people encouraging me to do that, you know, kind of past that threshold to push you actually try some new things, because it sounds really attractive, you know. And then I finally got the cloth installed, and so that's what you sound like while you're not singing or smoothing, is it?
Is it?
Yeah, that's my most relaxed and unawakened voice.
Salutations. Thank you. Thank you.
Is it the first time you actually watch me talking on stream rather than just, you know, seeing my video singing? Singing is another thing that you know, I've never had any, you know, trainings or whatever before, and it's just something I enjoy doing inside my shower thing, you know. And I think my parents really sing well. I didn't get it fully, unfortunately, but I do get the passion of doing it, maybe. And I think it's like, you know, singing behind an avatar really gives me the courage to do it something online. My reality app broke, and I'm never online at the night times. I see. So you were joining in reality app before. Yeah, the app these days, I think it's like kind of a channel for me to stream on YouTube. Yeah, when I first downloaded app, I think I kind of put some efforts, you know, on posting stuff and you know, try to be more active thing. So there's actually a daily batch thing for those who are not very familiar with the app. So basically the reality app is, I think, a platform for non-professional people like me who wants to stream a bit, but you do not have the entire package of, you know, avatar setting and stuff, that you get a chance, you get an avatar to actually stream for free. So it's a really nice platform, and there's a lot of activities going on. So if you get, you know, a lot of views there, and then people are giving you gifts, and kind of like that generates some points that you can compete in some events, and then you get rewards and things. I was a bit active. I think I was more active than I am now. When I first joined the app, I think it was like 2, 3, how many years ago? I lost count already, but yeah, I was really active, joining a lot of events, and then get a lot of points, and then get some of the gifts that I'm currently wearing. But I think, like, you know, as life goes on, and then kind of you become more busy, and then there are more other things going on, and these days I think I'm more active on YouTube rather than on reality app, because I think reality is a nice platform, but the sustainability is some sort of problem that I have in mind, that I think I really treasure the memory that all the chats, you know, I have with viewers. And the problem with reality is it can't really store things. So after you end the stream, it just vanish, like the whole thing just vanish. And so I think, like, you know, now streaming on reality is like a platform for me to connect some of the viewers there, and also provide me the avatar, you know, to stream on YouTube. And yeah, you know, all the comments on YouTube will be able to store it, which is really good. And oh god, wait, I am missing comments again. I'm so sorry. It's very calm and corporate voice, quite different from the powerful voice of your singing. Yes, it's my first time. I am mainly just looking, so don't mind me. I am happy to see you here. I'm happy to see you here.
Yeah.
So I usually have regular streams chatting on Saturdays, because this is the time slot where most of the people are available, and usually it's around this time because it's kind of a balance between the time zones, and so viewers from different places will be able to join as well.
Bubbles, hello. And this is Sammy. Hello, welcome to stream. Hello.
I got really a lot of new people today. Hello, hello.
How you doing? How you doing?
What was I talking about again? I always got lost track. You know, this is just me. This is just me. I'm just talking random things here and there, and then I talk for a long time, and then I got lost track again. I forgot what was I talking about. Yes, coding. I was talking about coding. Okay, let me get back to that, because this is the thing that I was working on until 5 a.m. yesterday. Literally, it's actually this morning, like 5 a.m. this morning, and then I slept for how many hours? 4 to 5 hours approximately. Yeah, so this is the thing. Okay, so until a couple of days before I finally downloaded the cloud thing, it really helps. It's really powerful. It's surprisingly powerful. And I basically just enter the prompt. You know, still you have to kind of organize your data sets in your file a bit, and then you just enter the prompt. Basically I just tell Claude that, yeah, I want to, you know, run this kind of regression, and then please control this XYZ thing, and then you know, this is my outcome variable, that this is my, you know, treatment variable that I want to kind of target, and then stuff. You enter all the prompts to it. and then just let it do its work. And it's surprisingly good. You know what? I think the first night I installed the program, and then I just entered the thing, like the prompt, what I want to run. It was taking longer than I expected because I was using ChatGPT before, and then I was usually, when you enter a prompt, it would just generate things. Then Saka, hello, welcome. Welcome to stream. How you doing? Usually you just enter the prompt and then it will give you instant responses, right? So this is kind of the environment I was used to. And Claude was taking, like, the first few prompts when I was still testing, you know, it was taking like 10 minutes maybe. And then, yeah, so I do have to wait a bit. And then when I, you know, gather all my thoughts and all the preliminary analysis results, and then kind of pin down the actual thing that I want to do, and then I, you know, enter the complete prompt, like from the beginning, like what I wanted to do, and then eventually what outcome I want to see, or what the process, the graphs, and everything that I want to see eventually. I just entered the whole paragraph thing, and then it just run overnight for me. Like, can you imagine how magical it is? Like before sleep, you just enter all the prompts, and then when you wake up, you see the results already. Like, of course, I'm not saying that 100% trust all the results. Like, eventually I think you still need some kind of manpower to monitor things. And
Whoa, hello, welcome.
How you doing? I think eventually you do need to monitor the all the process and all the log files that generated by Claude. And
hello,
I have realized something. What? Tell me. Tell me. You do have to monitor all the process and all the log files to make sure it is actually doing the things that you want it to do. And also the outcome, you do have to look very carefully on, you know, all the details and things. But it really gives you a fresh start on a brief idea, if the things in your head, the research idea in your head, are actually doable, you know. Because before, when I was manually typing all my codes things, usually that is taking most of my time, and that is draining most of my energy, because I'm doing something I'm not relatively good at, and it is taking me forever, you know. And now I have, like, I can kind of share some burden to Claude in terms of coding, and I can, you know, save my energy for actually do some thinking and to analyze the things that actually interest me, you know, do some literature review, do some enhancement on the model, do some actual math work. These are the things that still require a human to do it, and these are the things that actually interest me. So I really, you know, I'm really surprised. I've been yearning for relationship for 5 years, but I have learned these part torment were not to break me, but to teach me the lesson on how stressful relationship is. Why did you suddenly learn this lesson? Do you learn it from thinking at night and suddenly ding? it just happened in your mind. Lesha, welcome to stream. How you doing? Relationship. Well, okay, let's talk about that then. Let's just change the topic a bit. Relationship is something yeah, quite difficult. I mean, for me, relationship is not just about companion, you know. Relationship is about a commitment, about something that you want to commit. Ideally, forever. I mean, things might happen, but ideally, it's not just some short-term companion for me. It's not just some short-term thing that yeah, I feel bored, you know. Gigali, hello, welcome. How you doing? You returned from your business trip already? How's it? Oh yeah. What was I talking about again? Yeah, it's not about. I mean, for me, just personally, I know, I really have to put all the disclaimer before actually entering the discussion. For me, it's not just short-term companion. You know, it's not just yeah. Today I feel lonely. Today I kind of want someone to hang out with. Today I want I feel sad. I want someone to comfort me. I mean, yeah, of course, it will be nice if there's someone to do it for you. But you have to also, I mean, how can I frame it? Like, if you're actually entering a relationship, you can't just see the good sides of it, right? You can't just see the good side that someone will be taking care of you, someone will be, you know, treating you really well. You have to also see the side that some days he or she will be feeling down or feeling not in a good shape, that you have the responsibility to take care of him or her as well. And I think it's like a mutual thing. It's not just like you just see the parts that you are able to receive, but not seeing the parts that you actually have to give as well. And also, if you're committed to the relationship, I think of course you will enjoy the amazing parts in it, but also you will have to face the arguments, maybe some of the conflicts, be it minor or really subtle things, but you do have to face them, and you do have to take the responsibility to deal with them. Not just like yeah, if I feel something difficult in this relationship, I just like get rid of that, I just like end it, I just like do not see this person anymore. That is not how relationship works to me. Rather, you really have to pay effort, you know, try to actually fix the problem. And you actually you need to have conversation. You need to try to understand the other person thoroughly, understand why that kind of conflict happened, why he was sad or she was sad, and why is this something, you know, that the point of views are different, or something that you two are desiring are kind of different or not parallel, you know. So yeah, so there are a lot of things. So for me, that's really hard. I mean, of course there are periods that you know, when you're single, when you're alone, that you will kind of have a lot of fantasies in your head, and then thinking like, yeah, it will be much better, you know, when someone appear and then matching you really well, the chemistry is amazing, and then of course you'll be thinking a lot of good sides of it. But yeah, it was fun. We visit some river and do rafting at some point, almost down, but fun. Oh god. I'm glad you're safe. I really want to go to trip as well. You know what, like after studying abroad, I just realized how big the world is, and I do want to explore more, you know. Era,
Heyo, heyo.
It's been a very long while. How you doing? How's studying so far? And when's your debut? Tell me about that. The fun thing is, you know what, Era? I don't even have a debut day. I just genuinely forgot that already. I don't know, because to me, like, VTubing is not, you know, kind of like, you know, a really debut thing. I will have a lot of performances and have really a, you know, rigorous streaming schedule, content release schedule to me. And I just feel like, yeah, it's just like a starting meeting friends in a different way. Like, it just started meeting friends online. You don't really need a date kind of debut to, yeah, this is the first day I tried to meet friends online. So I just do not have the date. But I was actually thinking seriously, do we actually need a date to celebrate something? I'll think about that, okay? I don't know, maybe, you know, having some anniversaries is kind of sweet as well. Like, I don't know, maybe like a first anniversary of the channel, or like first anniversary of streaming on reality app, something like that. I'll think about that, okay? I'll think about that.
Yeah. Mwah. Hi. Your name is Hi. Hi. Hi Square. Welcome. Welcome to stream.
How you doing?
Oh, you're new to the app. Hello.
How do you find the app so far? I think there are a lot of things to explore in the app. There are a lot of really cool people. And I think they changed the setting of the app a bit throughout the years. Now there are more events, more activities going on. So many things happening. I think I kind of lost track of what actually happening on the app already. I just log inside the app once a week these days, I think. Like, log in once every Saturday. Yeah, that's basically how active I am. Yeah, okay, yeah, since we're talking about how active I am, there's another thing. Yeah, so before streaming, I think I have introduced this thing to you guys, maybe partially before. So before streaming, I was really inactive in all sorts of social media. As you know, in real life, I got always complained by my friends. For example, now in my WhatsApp, I think there are like 36 unread messages. I know they exist. I just do not have the urge to reply them, you know. I admit this is actually kind of bad, but I have to defend, okay? So the thing is, whenever I see some messages popping out on my phone. Oh wait, okay, no. I have to say the first step first. I'm not really a phone person. So if I'm working, or if I am, you know, doing some other stuff, I'll just put my phone away, and I will not be looking at my phone. So often I just miss the notification, you know. Okay, now we go to the next step, is that when I eventually see the notification, so I will actually see the message, you know. And then now I will have to think about what should I reply. And that is hard, okay? That is not easy. Which ears does your model use to hear? The human or the cat ears? Or do both sets work? It's actually a good question. Wait, yeah. Yeah. I have both sets of ears. Yeah. I think This is something I really have to think about because I genuinely did not think about that. Okay, let me think. Let me think. This is a really good question. You're a genius. How about the human ears are mostly for... Actually, they're elf ears. They're a little bit sharp. So the elf ears are more like daily stuff. Like when you're communicating with normal people. And I think the cat ears are more like listening to... Like they are very sensitive. So they can hear something really subtle in real life, maybe. I think it kind of echo with who I am in real life as well. I think I don't know how to say in English. Why is English so hard? I think is it like my vision and also my hearings and also my what's that sense you say about smelling something? Like smelling? I don't know English, but you know what I mean. So all these kind of sensations, is that the word? Yeah, it's like really sensitive to me. So my sight is actually quite good. In real life, I don't have to wear glasses. I think my right eye is like nearly perfect. It's like 0.0. My left is like 0.2. Yeah. If I remember correctly, it's like the last time I checked, it's like 0.2 approximately. So yeah, so the vision is like nearly perfect, and also I can hear really small voices from very, 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 very far away, and you know, this is some talents that my parents discover. Actually, they are, you know, all sorts of parents have the same habits, that they always chit chat in their room, you know, saying stuff that they expect the child will not be able to listen. But I always just discover their secrets because I just hear them very clearly. I can hear every single word that they're talking about. So sometimes, you know, they are talking about some plans they want to surprise you, you know, and I just know the surprises in advance already because I just hear them. So yeah, and then they discover sort of talents. So in real life, that is what happened to me as well. Oh, I'm sorry, the human ears look pointy, so they seem to be elf ears.
Yeah. They're elf ears,
I think. And yeah, so... And about smelling as well, like I'm super sensitive, and the consequence is it always annoys me when someone is really smelly that pass in front of me. Oh god, my English is terrible today. What happened? Like, you know, just walk in front of me, and then, you know, kind of the air that person is bringing, and then all the smell would just like come into my nose, and then I just feel terrible. And also, like, another thing I am very annoyed is that, you know, when you cook, even when you cook really delicious meals, those kind of flavor and also the smell would just stick into the clothes that you're wearing, and they just last there forever. Like, even you already turn on the fan and try to open all the windows and things, still the smell will stay very, very long on your shirt. And I just got very annoyed because if I wear the same shirt after cooking back into my room, and then when I am staying in my room, I will smell that very annoying smell from my shirt. So I think usually these days, first of all, I cook less. I think I just like water boil things to try to avoid all the oil, you know, frying the smell. But the second thing is that I think I now have a particular set of t-shirts and shorts for the kitchen thing. So whenever I actually have to walk inside the kitchen to cook something, I will just wear that set of outfit, you know, and then after cooking I'll get back to my room and then get changed, or even get shower if I feel so annoyed, and then get another set of outfit. So I have like particular kitchen outfit. So all the smell we just stick into that set of outfit, and that is really good. I feel smart. Okay, yeah, so basically this is like a little side introduction of me. So yeah, I do have very sensitive eyes, and also ears and nose. Yeah. So it actually get in line with my avatar as well. So that's a really nice question. Where was I again before talking about my ears? Where was I again? Oh, wait. I genuinely got lost already. Because it is currently nearly 3 o'clock for me. It should be a time for most people to be most energetic, you know, at the afternoon. But it's not for me. I think I treasure the time at midnight the most. Especially these days, I do not have to go to school, you know, I do not have to wake up in the morning to attend something. I just have the complete flexibility to design my sleeping schedule and when am I alive. So these days I'm like having a very, very bad routine. I usually sleep for a couple of hours, and then I wake up again and work until I feel exhausted, and then I just like, you know, pass out on my bed again. Oh yeah, because I have to get back to the clothing thing again, because that is how my usual schedule is happening currently. Rumi, hello. Welcome to stream. So because another thing, so we have talked about the good side of cloth, right? It really helps me a lot. Hello Rumi, how you doing? But the bad side of that is that it has limits. It has all the tokens limits, and that is bad because usually you'll have work, right? You'll have kind of one task following another task, and then following another task. So kind of the thing is like is following the previous things that you're working on. But the really annoying thing about Claude is that every single prompt that you enter, it will crawl back to the previous history and also conversation and also all the things that you didn't clear. And then it will drain kind of the memory, and then usually there's like a session limit in terms of the memory usage, and the limit will only reset like every 6 hours, because I didn't pay for the extreme, you know, the ultra professional whatever that plan is, because that is too expensive for me. So now I only get the standard one. Loving your eyes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can I enlarge it a little bit for you? I actually got this pair of lens, I think, like wait, let me get back to the correct position. Okay. Yeah, I think actually got this pair of lens, I think, very, very early stage. I don't think that event is out anymore. I think when was it? The package was like the circus themed outfit package, I think. And I didn't expect that I can actually get a pair of lenses. Yeah. And I just got it. Because, you know, nowadays the gacha system is really insane, and you can't really get 4 stars item that easily anymore. And yeah, usually a pair of lenses or the whole body outfit is the most expensive ones. And I really didn't expect that I can able to get it, but yeah, I just got it and I wear it forever. I never take them off, and now it just become my pupils. It's no longer lenses, you know. It just become the color of my eyes.
Yeah.
Where was I again? Yeah, about my sleeping schedule and why Claude is the one to blame. Yeah, because like the session limit thing is really annoying. That I can only enter prompt like within the limits, and until the limit hit within the session, and then I have to wait. I have to wait until the limits refresh again, and then I'll be able to enter some new stuff. So there will be a window, you know, between the sessions that I can actually work. And then because the session is only refreshing like every 6 hours, I I will just, you know, go to sleep or rest a bit when the limit hits, and then I have to force myself to get up again to work when it refreshes, because I do need progress, ideally within this weekend, so I can report these things to my professor on Monday or somehow. Yeah, so this is another reason why these days I'm not sleeping in a very healthy way. I hope things will be, you know, better. I think the initial parts are always the most frustrating, because imagine you receive like a set of really raw data, and let me see how can I make this more understandable. So so now I'm working on a panel data, and what's a panel data is basically for each individual you will have a view observation, maybe per year or per month, so per time period. So imagine like a table. So for each row you will have a data entry per person per year, let's say per year for now. And then the second row you will have an entry for that person, maybe for another year of entry, and then another row of data. So this is usually how panel is working. The thing is making it complicated is that usually real life data is not that tidy. So maybe you will have an individual having some data in some particular years, but then some of the years is missing because that year, that let's say just something happened to that individual, so he's not able to take the survey, so there's like no data for that year, that individual. And then let's say for another person, there might be some other years missing, but also some extra years that are available. So often these kind of data in real life are really messy, and that get even messier when there are more variables So imagine you are receiving like a survey. So each question that you answer is contributing to one data point to that table I just mentioned. And for those kind of really big survey, like those kind of annual population survey, you have like pages of surveys, right? Like and then you have like many questions, so you have like maybe thousands of variables, and then you have even more individuals. You have like currently how many individual in my data set? I forgot, but 10 to 100k maybe. Yeah, so that's really a lot. So the main point is by manpower itself, yes, of course you can try to eyeball the pattern, and you might be able to enter some code and thing to try to give you like a summary, or like at least have a brief idea of how that data is actually behaving, or what general patterns you can observe there, and at least have an idea of how you can start with this data set. And after having a general idea, now you have to get into the really complicated part, is that you actually have to tidy up the data. If you are trying to do some cross-sectional study, which means that you do not want the whole thing to be like panel style, you might have to reshape the data a little bit, and that involves a lot of coding. And if you want to treat that as a panel, so you might want to for example, understand the dynamics within a person throughout the years, like what is changing in that individual throughout the years, and then you might want to reshape the data set in another form. So yeah, there are a lot of possibilities when you receive a data, and yeah. I try not to make things very complicated, but I hope I can deliver a brief idea of what I'm currently facing. So as I said, like coding is never something I'm strong on, and so I have been working on these things this week, basically. So I before actually getting into the data, so I applied for the data for actually quite long. I think I applied for the data for 1 month or something, and I did have some plans in my head, of how to use the data. So yesterday or 2 days ago, I forgot, I entered a prompt of my ideas in my head that I want to use this data with. And then I just tell Claude that, please run this for me, and to see if the results are like confirming the hypothesis in my head. And a good news and also a bad news is that there are some patterns indeed. So that is actually echoing with what I have in my head. But the bad news is like the results are not very significant. I think there are a lot of noises happening there, and
Hello.
Can I just call you Ram? Hello, Ram.
Hello.
Welcome. Good to see you again. Yeah. So the results are there. I do see some of the patterns that are actually getting in line with the hypothesis in my head, but they are not significant and very noisy. So that is not very good in terms of writing a paper, because always what do you do in writing a paper is that you need a very clear and a very interesting story to tell, and ideally the data is backing you up with the story. So if you're telling like an amazing story but the data is just like not echoing you with that, that is not a good paper, right? Because always data is the factual things that you observe in the world, and you want to basically tell a story based on the data. So if you are just like imagining things in your head and you have created stories but the data is not backing you up with that, that is not research. Basically you're just like writing stories. So yeah, I still have good beliefs on the things in my head that they are not just stories, but now there's a little bit challenges that I'm currently facing in terms of the data.
Ram is fine. Thank you. You're cute.
Know what? I'm a ram as well. See my horn? Yeah. So yeah, it's a long journey. I think for the future years, this will still be troubling me, because for every single project, maybe new projects or old projects, this process that I have just mentioned will be looping forever. So whenever you receive like a new data set, you have to do all the data cleaning from scratch again. You have to understand what that data set is telling you about, what particular special about the patterns is happening there, and then what story you want to tell with that data set, what very interesting things that you have discovered. So yeah, for every single project you have to repeat the whole process again. Maybe you have to find some literature review supporting what you have in your head, and you have to write. Yeah. But it's actually fun. So yeah, I'm actually planning like now we have Saturdays for chatting. And I was actually thinking about for working streams, should I make it a regular thing, or should I just like pull up a stream whenever I'm working, or whenever I feel, you know, I feel very bad in progress and I want someone to work with. I don't know, should I make it a regular thing? Because I do see some feedback that sometimes these kind of things is really helping in terms of creating an environment for some company maybe, and some motivation. And I do feel that we have the need, you know, working alone, it's fine. It boosted your concentration, maybe, like your self-exploration in your mind palace a bit sometimes. But sometimes we do need company as well, right? Like we do need to support each other when we are in those kind of cycles of being unproductive and productive. I think both are good ideas. Nice, yeah. So yeah, I'm thinking about that. So because I have to work, like this is my daily routine. Like every day when I'm not streaming or I'm not like basically no other stuff, I'm just like yeah, this is the entire Komeini. Like I've already reviewed everything to you guys. So if I'm not streaming, basically I'm just like doing research. So I'm thinking maybe I can pull out a stream, you know, in one of the days during the week and work with you guys. That might be a good idea as well. Like if it's like not just working, I mean we just enjoy a peaceful time together, that would be nice as well. So yeah, I will be thinking about that. Okay, maybe just one day during the week, and then we will have another chance to meet again. Good. Weekly work stream, then if you're struggling, then do it when you really want to. Yeah, that would be nice. So these days I have my regular Saturday chatting stream. This is, I think, the most relaxing hour I have weekly. You know, just put aside all the student role, all the things in my head, all the struggle with the data. Just put everything away, you know, and just purely be Komeini and chat with you guys. I think this is the most amazing hour I have during the week, and I think I tend maybe to make working stream a regular thing. Yeah, because like throughout the summer, I think there will be no official classes that might have conflicts, so it will be nice if some of you guys want to work a bit throughout the summer, or yeah, as well. And when you're not feeling productive because there's like no teachers and classmates monitoring you, and you need someone to monitor you,
I'll be watching you, you know.
so yeah, I'll think about that. Okay, good. And yeah, I think that's all from me today as well. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for joining the stream. And yeah, the weather is still kind of warm now, and it's actually amazing, you know. When I look out of the window now, it's very sunny. It has been a while, you know, since the UK weather is like consistently sunny for a week. That is like heaven. Is an hour enough? It could just be me with my schedule, but only an hour a week is going to make me feel stressed. What do you mean? An hour of working or an hour of chatting? Chatting, usually I tend to make it like around an hour, maybe. Sometimes it might be longer, nearly 2 hours, but I tend to make it an hour-ish. But for working, I do really long working streams. Like if you see the history, I think I have created like a playlist of working streams. I work for hours. When for me, it's always the most difficult to actually get work started. But if I actually am locked into the work already, I can never get tired, you know. So I think the most recent one was like 7 hours, but that was a little bit more extreme, like because like I think I was having a deadline and something, and I was like working overnight on that. Is it overnight? I forgot, but yeah, it was a really long one. An hour of relaxing for me. Maybe I'm just lazy. Okay. How many hours do you want then? Tell me. Don't tell me 24/7. I mean, I do hope to as well. But there's real life going on, you know. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I am really glad to see all of you today, and I will think about the extra streams that we will have in future, and a billion hours, then you're gonna stick to me forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really glad to see all of you guys today, and there are a lot of new viewers as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you are having a great time, because I really do. And I hope joining me for this hour can give you a little peace, maybe, and give you a little bit of relax as well. And if you're currently at nighttime, please do wind down a bit and prepare yourself to go to sleep. Drink more water and stay healthy, please. Take good care of yourself, otherwise I'll be worried. Okay? Yeah. Even though I was like telling the entire story of me not taking good care of myself, but I will try. Okay, I will try. And I hope to see all of you guys really healthy and happy in the next stream. Okay? And in the meanwhile, I think I might grab some lunch. I have to admit that I didn't eat properly before streaming, and that is not very ideal, and I am a little bit starving right now. So I might just go to grab some food after the stream, and I will be digging into cloud again. Wish me best of luck, and on the progress on the research, and I really hope that by the next stream I'll be telling you guys, yippee, I got good results. Bye, I had fun. Really? That's very, very good to hear. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, people. And I will see you all in the next stream, okay? Bye!